dialed in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these
because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
and
brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. That was a great sound right there, Nick.
That is a great sound.
We have a lot of things to hit on tonight.
We do.
First off, before I start talking about beers, I need to give a shout out because I finally learned their names. So, we have a wonderful theme song,
We do.
and the people that made that was MLVC.
Great guys.
They are great guys, and I've never really given a shout out to their names because I didn't really know them other than, real names.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to MLVC, Slide Bass Bobby, and MC Gweed.
All right.
So
Slide Bass Bobby and MC Gweed, we appreciate it. And that is a fantastic, best intro that we have.
could it be better?
No,
I don't think it could either. I absolutely love our intro music.
I mean, I get excited to listen to my own intro. I,
Me too.
I like to listen to the songs that they create for Free Beer and Hot Wings for Dumber Than the Show trivia and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, I guess just as excited every time I hear ours, right? I'm like, this is great. How many people in the world can say they have their own freaking theme songs?
I don't know, but we can.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I was looking at some old episodes.
Yeah.
And we did an episode that actually was pretty popular. It was on June 6th.
Okay.
It was the day trading and dividend
Sure.
stocks.
Yeah, that was a great one for Mike. I mean, dude, it got Mike to go do stuff.
I have no recollection of it.
Okay.
None. That was while I was sick.
Oh.
And I don't remember what we talked about. I remember none of it.
Well, good news. When you're sick, you're still pretty good at financing.
I guess so. I'm gonna check and make sure that we're out there on the Twitterverse and the Facebook land as far as that we're live. Oh, yep, there we are. So
Normally we do this beforehand, but because you guys wanted it, we're doing it live.
we are doing it live. So also some other great news.
Yeah. This weather here is horrible.
The weather is definitely horrible. Why did you really want to come back to this?
No,
I'm
no,
sure not.
No, not at all. I actually begged for her to let me stay 2 weeks,
Nice.
but yeah. Apparently,
Live, not love.
um,
On Twitch.
so, but let's get back to the second most important stuff. Number one is always showing shout out to people that love us and
Do good things for us.
yeah, of course, right? So again, MLVC, thanks so much. Next thing, I'm going to be the boring one first. So David, I came back from vacation and I'm still drinking Michelob Ultras.
Starting back on the diet.
Christmas I will. I mean, well, the day after, I guess.
Yes.
I'll I got to get back on it. I took off a little bit for my vacation. And what are you drinking? I see you have
I have a plethora of good stuff. but
fantastic stuff.
We're going to start with this new one from Grand Armory. Fluffer Nutter Peanut Butter Marshmallow Stout.
There you go.
Have you tasted this?
No.
Oh, here.
Oh, here.
Have a taste of that, my friend.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it great?
Wow.
I told Buck we would give him a nice shout out tonight. Buck is one of the sales guys at Grand Armory. He is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Thank you, Buck.
He talked about having us up to the brewery
Yeah.
and not only to the brewery, but getting a tour and then going to the tasting room. And you know how I love a good tasting room.
I do enjoy a good tasting room.
So I'm really excited about that. Grand Armory. Thank you for that, Buck. You are the man. And then when I run out of that, which will happen, I have Rogue's Chocolate Stout Nitro.
Yep.
You know how I love a good chocolate stout.
Yeah.
And this is nitro. And then I have my last Arbor Brewing Holiday Bake Sale Double Milk Stout.
Oh,
So it is a stout night for me.
I was in the airport and I bought I don't even remember what I had. That's how bad it is. For when I was leaving, because there's Founders in GRR.
Yeah.
And I went to Founders and grabbed like a KBS. That was like $13 or something like that.
Oh, that Grand Armory is delicious.
So that is a great beer.
I'll move this over here so people can still see it.
And saying now that we've talked about what we're drinking, we'll talk about our guests.
We decided we needed to talk to Vanessa. She has many updates. So Vanessa is joining us again. And she's gonna sit in while we talk about other shit too. So
I just went to Vanessa's favorite place.
South Haven?
No, her
Disney.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Disney. Yeah.
I didn't go to Disney. I went to. It's not downtown Disney anymore. It's Discovery Disney. Or
Don't
No,
fucking
it's
ask me. I'll
Disney
be there
Springs.
in 2
Disney
months.
Springs. See, you know it way more than me, and I was just fucking there.
And I am so upset that I didn't know you were going, because I would have had a list of stuff for you to buy and bring back.
I'm going in February, but I don't know if I'll have room for anything.
I had no room. Actually, so my bag when we checked it the first time was 44 pounds.
Uh-huh.
When I checked it on the way back was 54 pounds.
Yep.
I think it was just water from our suits. Say, we packed 4 photos and probably 2 stuffed animals for the kid, which wouldn't equal the pounds. It's really all got to be water weight from. I spent so much time in the sun, and I don't swim that much, right? I was in the water every day.
And you liked it.
Loved it.
So why do you bitch about it all the time?
I got to get a bigger jet in my pool that'll push my ass all the way around that lazy river. Swear to God. I mean, it just.
I will tell you, I do love a lazy river.
No, this was not a lazy. I mean, it was. You could be lazy, but this thing, bigger than like any jacuzzi I've ever felt. Like literally, you go past this rock and you can't stand there because it forces you to go. It's like
Nice.
rapids. Yeah, it was great.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I say we had such a good time. Now, Vanessa, I'll let you know that. Excuse me, Discovery Disney
Cove?
Springs.
Mhm.
Discovery Cove was great. I got completely wasted.
That's what made it great.
I swam with a dolphin and went to the reef and literally was so plastered. I remember all the beginning, but not the end so much.
Do you remember swimming with the dolphin?
I do. That was in the beginning.
Did you like that?
It was a blast.
That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't like to swim with fish, but I was in the reef and I was snorkeling and I touched every fish I could. And
I love snorkeling.
that was awesome. And what an experience.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. But I say it was all you could drink from 10:30 to 5, and I took that to heart and to the stomach too, apparently.
Could have been worse.
Way worse. When I was taking my wetsuit off, I thought I was gonna crack my head on the sink.
Oh, don't do that.
That's the only part I really remember was like, oh man, I could die here. And then
Speaking of getting wasted, I was doing an audit today, and I said to my husband, I said, I found the nursing home I'm gonna put you in one day.
Yeah.
And he said, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah, they have a liquor license.
Oh,
And he's like, sign me up.
Where's this located?
In Connecticut.
Sounds like I'm going to Connecticut. I like Foxwoods.
I would rather go where it's warm.
Oh, me too.
I want to be with the old people.
Now that I've been to Florida, I can't believe. So my first experience in Florida, I told you, right? Like it sucked. It was July, hot as hell.
Oh,
I
It is.
thought Florida was just the worst place in the world.
Summers are horrible.
I had no idea people went to Florida. I was like, these are
Humid
the
and disgusting.
dumbest people I've met, right? And I vowed never to go back, but the trip deals that we got, which we'll talk about, I had the most wonderful time.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. The
Yeah.
weird thing is like being in Florida in December, listening to Christmas music while it's like 85
Oh,
degrees.
that's my fucking dream. I want to be on a beach in Hawaii listening to
See,
fucking Christmas
it
music.
Yeah, my
didn't-
daughter lives in Texas and loves it. Absolutely loves it.
I don't need snow. Fuck snow.
I don't need snow, but it's like that's what you think of when you think of Christmas because we're from Michigan.
Yeah, I don't care.
And I don't want it, but it's just it was so
I love
weird
it.
so weird to celebrate opposite.
I love it. So
Yeah,
So let's get updates because
let's do it.
Vanessa's got a lot of news. I mean, she has not talked to us since like July. She's talked to me, not us.
Yeah.
So I know some of these, but she's got a lot to go through.
And I don't remember fully. I know we were working on one that we had a goal for the end of the year. It was what do we have, like $6,000 to go on a card?
Disney.
because we paid off our prime,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and then we had about 6,000 left on Disney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we still have student debt.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And a car loan,
Mm-hmm.
At a very high interest rate.
very high interest rate, and it was halfway paid off, I want to say, something like
No,
No.
we've
Nope.
only had it a year,
Yeah, they
Okay.
got it
year and a
right,
half now. It'll be 2 years in March.
that. Okay.
right before the shutdown.
Sure. So it was
Yeah, like literally, we picked it up on a Saturday. That Monday afternoon, the governor shut the state down. So yeah.
nice. There you go.
Good
So
timing.
so where are we at? What are we doing? How's
Okay.
Christmas budget looking?
Actually, we're doing really good. That kind of goes into some of the other updates as well. But
Good.
as far as the Disney card, I still have 4,800 left on it, and that is because there was some very slow months for work, and so my incentive pay wasn't as high, and so I was making more than minimum, but I wasn't making the $400, $500 a month payment that I had been paying.
Mhm.
But I did tell David the minimum monthly went down to just under $115 a month. So the interest is it's about $80 a month that they're charging me in interest. So I do need to get it paid off, and we'll talk about that as well.
Sure.
But the car is the next big one. So the interest rate was like 8.43 or something like that % on the car.
Horrible.
My minimum payment was like $538.41 or something.
Sure.
We went down to Honor Credit Union, and we were able to refinance
Good for
the
you.
car to, I think, 4 point something, is like literally half the interest rate. No payments for 90 days. And we got up to 1% back. So before we left that day, $260 was deposited into our checking account.
There you go.
So it brought my payment down from $538 to $419 a month.
530 to 419.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's literally all of your interest on your other card. So there you go. Good for you.
So I won't have a payment on that until March. So my plan is to this month, I am actually heading to Texas day after Christmas, possibly leaving Christmas afternoon, evening. I haven't seen my daughter in, yes.
Okay.
Yep. The RAV gets like 36 miles a gallon on economy, on eco mode. So Jake and I are driving down. Cheyenne doesn't know, so this cannot be published until after.
Does she listen?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well,
Crap.
there you go.
I hope not. But I haven't seen her in 2 years. She's pregnant. She's been missing her mom. I have the last week of work off I know. I have the last week of work off anyway. Josh was going to go with us, but with 2 dogs, a turtle, and the bearded dragon, somebody has to be here. So
Right.
yeah, I'm in my son's room today because our house is currently under construction, like remodeling work. And shockingly as it is, this was the cleanest room in the house.
There you go.
And that's because he had to clean it yesterday so I could clean out the dragon tank. So
And what are you remodeling?
the house.
Everything.
So this was a double wide at one point that they built additions on and made it to a house. So we've been having some roof issues. Those are fixed, but we have a back room that we just use as a storage room right now. And I had gone in there to look for something, and I saw mold up on the roof, on the ceiling. And I told Hubby about it. He went in there. There was I sent the pictures to David.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up right now.
Oh, there was a huge hole between the wall and the roof line. Water was leaking in. We had to tear all of that out.
Yeah. All right. And you have a root growing through. So,
Yeah. There was a big bird's nest in there.
Not the first time I've seen that.
Scary,
So
isn't it? But it's not the first time.
Yeah.
I know. So
Does it feel like the first time?
we had torn all that drywall out, the insulation. We were getting ready to fix it, put it back into a room. And I had messaged David, the house that we had talked about before became available.
Yeah, I really wanted you to get into this because
Yeah.
we didn't. So it was the day we did Toys for Tots here.
Yep.
And Vanessa said, hey, can we talk? So honestly, we hopped on Zoom. Vanessa, me, and Mike.
Yep.
Did not record that because she was not camera ready.
Sure.
Because she worries about those things. And like us, we're just two
What are you
fat
talking about?
bastards.
I worry about it all the time. I make sure I have a beard on and a hat.
Right. So we discussed that. And go ahead, Vanessa.
So the neighbors that live in there now, that live in there, they're getting older. The gentleman's having a hard time, and he realized that he can't help his wife do the things that he needs to around the house, and it was time to sell. And true to his word, he let us know first, and hubby and I talked about it. We were not ready to sell this house, but we really couldn't afford a house and 2 house payments with that one. So, but we went over there and talked to them. They had a realtor knock on their door and say, I have a buyer for you. Here's a contract. You can sign this now and you can stay until September until you find someplace to live.
Sure.
So the neighbor let us know. So we went over there, and after talking with him, they want more. They were offered more than what we could afford.
Okay.
And the house is only 2 bedroom, 1 bath. It's an unfinished basement. And we decided that it's too small for our needs, because there's absolutely no room for me to have a home office, and I work from home.
Sure.
I mean, I have to have a home office. Also, the 15 acres that it's on, 14 and a half of it is swamp.
Sure.
So we couldn't really, the way they have it, there's really no room for us to build an addition. We would have to go up, and that's a lot more. So we decided to walk away.
Okay.
We said, we appreciate you giving us that option. But we can't. So, but that kind of set off a storm in this house to get it ready to sell. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Sure.
My husband is off of work until the first of the year. He's on vacation. So he decided that
Good for
now
him.
is the perfect time to fix the house.
Yeah, right before Christmas, everybody does that shit.
Right. So tonight he's wrapping up his projects, and then tomorrow we're going to clean. Friday we'll have family over. Saturday is Christmas. Jake and I will leave out late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And then he's got basically a week that is just him and the animals, and that no distractions. He can just do what he needs to do. So
Sure. I'm saying, well, I mean, sorry you didn't get the house that you wanted, but again, there's a million houses out there, so something better might come along.
Vanessa and I talked about
well,
it, and I gave her some, options on how to proceed with getting the house.
Oh yeah.
And, she had messaged me after she met with the owners. And my biggest question to her was, are you at peace with it? And she goes, yeah, we are. It just doesn't suit our needs, even though we want to put the property back together. It's not meant to be.
Sure.
yeah. So we're going to work on the house, and February, March, we're going to go back to Honor and try to refinance the house and see if we can get lower interest rate, whatever. But my husband's next option or thought process is, so my father-in-law owns the house that he grew up in, basically.
Okay.
And there's a piece of property, it's about 3 acres, I think, that's attached where his old house used to be. That's where we want to put his mother-in-law. And
Wait a
the
minute.
property, I'm sorry,
Whose mother-in-law?
Josh, my mother-in-law.
Oh, you said his
Josh's mom.
mother-in-law. So
Oh,
then I
sorry.
got
Yeah,
confused.
no. Sorry. My mother-in-law, we're gonna put her there eventually, I think. But my husband wants to talk to the other neighbor and see if they're willing to sell some more land in the ravine that they're not able to use anyway. And my husband wants to build a house overlooking the ravine on the property. Where he wants to put it, it won't really mess up hunting. So
There you go. Say, that'll be nice. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
again, you still have options, and now you can save up because you know what your next game plan is, and you'll have enough money for it. And I mean,
Yep.
you know, if you can refi this house that you're currently in and get it for the same, if not lower rate, but on a better terms, I mean, you're going to be content.
Well, and you told me what the plan is with the refi.
mhm.
What is the plan with the refi?
So the plan with refi is to get money out of the house so we can save up for a down payment, I guess, because we'll be able to use that, and to pay off that Disney card. So I'll
you're gonna-
still be making payments on it, but it'll be like a 2% interest rate instead of 16.
Sure. I mean, a cash out refi. So the only thing I'll give you a heads up on a cash out refi is your interest rate on your house will go up. So it costs more to take cash out,
Okay.
right? So if interest rates, I don't even know what they are today, to be honest.
They're under 3 still.
Are they really?
They are.
Yeah. So I mean, you won't get under 3 if you cash out refi. If you just refinance what you have, that's a difference. What's your interest rate in your house?
I'll be honest, I don't know. My husband purchased the home before we met. It's changed hands so many times, but we are each responsible for certain things, and the house is not what I'm responsible for. So
Sure.
I honestly don't know. I don't look at it. I don't ask because it's
And I guess what's your plans with the cash out refi? Like, what's the ultimate goal?
I'm not sure how much cash out he'll be looking to get. But he just got a line of credit. He got a loan. He got 10,000.
Just as a line of credit.
Yep. To be able to make the repairs that we need to make on the house.
Sure.
So drywall, insulation, all of that stuff. The plan is at refi to wrap that and the Disney card into the refinance in the house and just have the one payment.
What's his interest rate on that line of credit?
Again, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like having him go back and just taking that line of credit and turning it into a home equity line of credit, right? So the difference is one is an upfront set amount of money. The other one is an open-ended amount of money that you pay and can keep borrowing for the next 10 years. I don't know. I guess on a financial note, it's just something, but I know that your husband doesn't really want to focus on the financial side of things, but
Yeah.
I don't know, just the way it's looking to me is, that might be your better option because you're going to get an interest rate, which is very low, plus prime. You'll have it. You can pay off your stuff now. You can do the recurring thing. And if you don't want to use it, you don't lose it and you don't have to use it. Right. I say, but again, it's his choice and he can do what he wishes with it. I just feel.
Yeah. Honor. He went in there to apply for the loan. He got it, but then the whole house thing came up. And he kind of talked to them and said, hey, if I take out this, is it going to affect, a future like home loan or that type of thing? And they're like, no. And so they have already pretty much pre-approved him. He's got the line of credit. We just did the car refinance, and they are ready for him come February, March to go in there and say, okay, I'm ready to refinance the house. Like, he's
Sure.
got a really good credit score. He's been with Honor for several years because that's where he got his truck loan from.
Sure.
So he's been with them for a good 6-8 years, I think.
Sure. And I think, I mean, again, it's all stuff that you can tell him if he listens or not. That's fine. But I do think something to look into would be figure out exactly what, because you'll get a discount if you only go to, let's say 50% loan to value, right? So I don't know what your house is worth, and I don't know what you owe on it and stuff like that. But if he can,
We
roll
owe
it,
72. I do know that.
what's it worth?
We've been told it's worth 90 to 120.
Okay, so I mean,
So once the repairs are done, it'll be worth more.
sure, it'll be worth more than the 120.
I believe so.
Okay. I mean, really, if you can get to that 60% range, like, I think you're going to be golden, because if he just refis just enough that he needs, right, get up to that 60% range, you'll get a lower interest for 60 versus like a 70 or an 80 LTV loan to value. You're right now, because you only want to refi really once. I mean, that's kind of your big
Mhm.
goal. I mean, I do it all the time. I'm not afraid to admit, like, I cash out refi quite a bit of stuff, and then I'll go buy other stuff, leverage my world away. But I never go above an 80% loan to value, right? It's just, it's who I am, because I do the same thing, kind of what you're doing. I just do it very quick, right? I go in, flip everything, and then go, oh, it's worth this, give me my money. And then,
Right.
I buy it for 50, 60, whatever it is, and then it's worth 120, and I put, 10,000 into it, let's say. So I think, and just have him talk to them, say, hey, what are all my options? I don't want to pay these fees. I don't want to do this.
Mhm.
But if he's just going to roll the fees in and not care, again, it's your guys' finances. I could just give advice on how to make it cheaper.
Right.
and-
Yeah, he's pretty good with money, and he's got a pretty good idea. The 3 months, so this month I don't have the 550 car payment, so I'll be using that to travel. January and February, I'll be able to take that and apply more to Disney, but also, excuse me, my care credit.
Yep.
And the other credit card that I had gotten to try to refinance the Disney card. But those are interest free. I have been making more than minimum, but I don't want to go beyond my interest, my free interest
Sure.
time, whatever it is you call it.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure those get paid down. So I make sure I'm on track to getting those paid off before my free interest time is up.
I just took out a care credit account.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm getting my eyes done.
How much is that?
$4,900.
It's not bad. And they'll let you make payments on it, huh?
They will. I get 2 years, no interest.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
So-
actually, when you guys recommended that was actually a lifesaver for me.
We just saved a life, bro.
I know I was stressing. I need a lot of dental work.
Yeah. How's the tooth?
Oh, it's good.
Good.
I got my 2 front teeth.
There you go.
So, Vanessa,
Mhm.
did you hear Dawn's issue?
No.
So she's eating apple chips from Costco and she found a tooth in the bag. And she goes, nobody's ever going to believe me. And then, of course, she's talking out loud to herself and she goes, boy, I sound weird. It was her tooth that fell out.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
I guess if you've had a root canal before, the tooth can get, so compromised that it just falls out of your mouth.
Oh, really?
That was $1,800 I was not expecting.
I did. You had mentioned that, I think, and I think that's why, like, Murray on the Impractical Jokers just lost it with one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it just happens. And mind you, it was a front tooth. It wasn't like something in the back that she could go, fuck it, I don't care.
So we went on a vacation, right?
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about
Now,
this.
mind you, it's a week-long vacation to Florida. What do you think Emerson's favorite part of this vacation was?
The iguanas that just roam around freely like Jacob.
No,
The airplane.
watching Impractical Jokers in the hotel room.
Yeah. The other thing was Jacob watching Disney Junior on the TV. I'm like, dude.
Do you have
No.
a DVD player?
We do.
You want to borrow? Like I have seasons 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I can let you borrow it because
Maybe.
I own it streaming.
Yeah. So, just I'm spending thousands of dollars. And what's your favorite part? We get to watch Impractical Jokers.
It is such a great show, honestly. That Mike and I watch that daily.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed myself at night. When she's getting ready for bed, we'll watch an episode or two, and yeah,
That's
it
fun.
was hilarious. Well, we went to South Dakota that one trip.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
live from. Her favorite part, my dinosaur gummies. Like of everything you fucking see, of all the dinosaur gummies. All right, I'm so glad. So I gotta work on that.
Part of that might be because you have no TV.
It's true, but I don't care.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Jake doesn't know that we're going either.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So Cheyenne's dad is actually helping us with the surprise, which is surprising. He's changed a lot over the years, but
Well, good for him,
he's-
Cheyenne's dad. Way to change.
so he is the only one besides my husband and his wife that really know. So Jake has no idea. We are not telling him until after she calls Christmas Day because he will blow it because he'll be so excited.
Oh yeah.
So when she calls, we do that Christmas Day. We'll tell him.
There you go.
So when
So-
you're down there, you just plug the show and say you need to listen to these two idiots because they know what they're talking about.
I have mentioned a couple times her job. So she works for a high-end country club.
Mhm.
They sold out and they sold the business to somebody else. She's having a rough go of it, of the new management. And now that she's pregnant, she finally is realizing that she needs something more stable. And she needs something with less crazy hours.
So this is not something we've hit yet on this episode, and I know we'll get into it a little bit later. Our last episode
Yeah.
was probably my favorite ever.
Oh,
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
So we had on Jessie DeSalva. She's the Millennial Money Witch.
Okay.
She's fabulous.
she's fun to talk to.
I got so much great response from that episode. Like Christy watched us on Twitch.
Yep.
And she goes, I really enjoyed the fact that she pushed you and Nick.
Yeah.
And it was nice to have another voice that, like we've had women on before. I mean, obviously we have Vanessa on right now. We've had Dawn on before, Nicole. But this was an expert in something that we are experts in.
Yep.
Pushing us on, what she feels money wise, which doesn't always match what we feel money wise, especially you.
Definitely doesn't line up with what
I mean, her and I are way more in line than what you are,
very much.
but I got so much good feedback on that. And I sent her off some beer.
Yep.
It will be delivered on Christmas Eve.
Good.
Merry Christmas to her.
Yep.
I think she has sent some back, but I haven't got it yet. But when I do,
Be Christmas Eve.
maybe, I don't know, but she's going to come back on another episode. So honestly, Vanessa, if you have not listened to that one when you're driving, that's a great episode. It's a very short 2 hours.
It's a very short 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I started watching the one, I forget his name. He owns a business in India as well, and he
All right.
Right.
We love
yes.
Canodia.
That was actually a very
Yes.
fun episode.
That was that was a good
It was.
episode. I really enjoyed it. I haven't had a chance to finish it, but that was a good one that I was
we were
listening to.
really worried about that one. We were not sure it would be what we wanted.
And because it's not something that you and I mean, I only do it to real estate, right?
Yeah.
I only evaluate like on a daily, like Could I do it on your wife's business? Sure, but I don't. Like, it's not real. And so to get a wide perspective of what and why and how, that was just awesome.
It
Mhm.
honestly was. He hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
We got to have him on again.
I'm excited for that one.
I have another great episode that's coming up.
Yeah.
So Monday night, I did not invite Mike because he had his kids. Monday night, I went to see Steve and Yvonne.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and they had a lot of investment questions.
Oh, we got to go down there.
Because, Steve just retired.
Yep.
And they have about $100,000 sitting there not earning anything.
I actually just asked for a loan for 100K.
Did you?
Right on Facebook. Didn't you see it?
I did not. I'm rarely on Facebook. Fucking hate Zuckerberg. Anyways, so we need to go
And
down.
you're banned.
I probably am. I'm in Facebook jail a lot. Anyways, Yvonne said she would get us some Trappist beer, Spencer Trappist beer.
Okay.
They have a stout, and she knows we are big stout fans. So she will get some for us, and we can go down and talk money. Mike, you will need to be available for that episode because I know Steve would love to see you.
Next week.
I'll make it on a Monday.
A Monday?
That don't make it on a Monday.
No.
I was like, man, we just talked about Mondays.
Do you want to do it next week?
Yeah.
All right. I will send Steve a message.
I could
right
do
now.
it Monday next week. There will be no Scouts Monday.
We'll have to. We'll plan that after the episodes. But
Well, you talk, and I'll plan it right now.
So Vanessa, all right, we're still in debt. We're traveling, and this is the financial Nick part, right? This is the one thing that I think everybody, like, I'm in debt, right? I'm the first to admit I'm in debt.
Mhm.
But how are you financing this trip?
Cash. So it will be,
Cash. So instead of
um,
overpaying on the credit cards and all that, we've been saving our cash just to go on a trip.
yes. So hubby is paying the hotel. And then basically, because I don't have my car payment this month, that's what I'm using.
Sure.
Car gets really good gas mileage. So, and I had 2 really good weeks of work. Oh, that's the other thing too, David. I forgot to touch on too, but so the last 2 weeks I've had some really good incentive pay. I got $1 an hour raise
Good
at
for
work. I was employee of the month. I was shocked.
Wow.
I know. They sent out this monthly newsletter, and I'm reading it, and I always read through it, and I was like, what? My name is right there. Like, so for my department, I was employee of the month. And then I noticed that I got $1 an hour raise. And David, I got a $50 e-card gift certificate that I could pick anything I wanted to. So I took $45 for Sam's Club so I can get a free membership from Sam's. And then I just took $5 for Amazon because we spend a lot on Amazon anyway. But
Perfect.
I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
So for work, we get evaluated every 6 months for our production. So I basically have 6 months to either keep up my production rates, or they'll reduce me back down to where I fall within the tiers. But I've had some really good weeks. I've had some nice weeks. So
You better keep that going then.
I know it's really weird. Like, December is usually a sucky month for this job. And David, I mean, Dawn did this for years.
She did.
But whenever it seems like it should be really sucky, and it's sucky for most people, I just have it rolling in. Like, I'm on a roll, it comes in, and I'm rocking. I can't explain it. So hopefully January, which is usually another sucky month, will just continue that trend. So, during the pandemic in 2021, I was one of the only people who actually kept my production up and moved up a pay grade.
There you go. Wow.
So yeah.
Congrats. Good
So
for
$1
you.
an hour raise. I'm at the second highest tier right now. So that's pretty exciting. So, yep.
And then, so you're driving down, you're
Mhm.
packing lunches.
We will pack snacks. It's a 15-hour drive.
Yep.
I figured I have to stop minimum 3 times for gas because with what my car gets and the mileage. We'll pack snacks. We'll just do quick meals, whatever. We'll see. We'll wing it. But yeah.
Say, just remember Taco Bell's only $1.
Yeah, but if you gotta stop 5 times for the bathroom, that doesn't make it worthwhile for road food.
True. Get the apps for everything. Get the Wendy's app, the Burger King app, the McDonald's app, the Taco Bell app. They all give away stuff cheaper.
Yeah, Arby's right now, if you sign up for their app, you get a 50% off any sandwich.
No shit.
Yeah.
They never have deals on their app, mind you.
I wouldn't know. I don't have their app, but 50% off a sandwich, I might get the freaking app.
And then you'll delete it because they never have any offers.
Fact.
Yeah.
I
So
saw
I
people-
plan on getting I want to leave Christmas evening sometime. So we'll see how it goes. We're having a light dinner, light lunch. Not your typical big Christmas meal. We're having that Friday night with my family.
Are you washing your kids' clothes and packing them for him so that way he doesn't know?
Well, the plan is he will have laundry done anyway because he's supposed to keep up on his laundry. We'll tell him, and then we'll spend after presents and everything, packing and getting ready. So he's not gonna know until.
Sure.
So ask me what my Christmas dinner will be.
David, what will your Christmas dinner be?
So my daughter, who hates my chili,
Yeah.
has asked me to make chili.
Oh.
Ask
Her
me why.
girlfriend.
Let's say I'm guaranteeing this has got to be like a girl that's coming into the
I will
future.
say it's not a girlfriend. They've had 2 dates,
She likes chili.
but the girl
Wanna
likes
be
chili.
girlfriend.
The girl likes chili. So Caitlin asked me to make chili, and I guess she's got strep throat right now.
The girlfriend or Caitlin?
The girlfriend. And Caitlin's like, hey, my dad's making chili for Christmas. I'm going to bring you some. And she's like, oh, that sounds great because I have strep throat and that sucks. So I guess we're going to see.
If she likes your chili?
I guess so. I mean, I put a lot of vegetables in my chili.
No, fuck that.
No, it's
The only vegetable I need in there is like tomato juice.
Chili beans.
tomatoes, green onion,
No,
onion,
no.
like white onion and red
I swear to
onion,
God, if you say green
My
pepper-
husband would love it.
green pepper,
no,
red
get out.
pepper,
If you
yellow
put-
pepper,
No.
red
Mushrooms,
pepper.
jalapenos.
No mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. They're
What's wrong
disgusting.
with you people?
Black olives, corn,
Just call it-
celery.
Who,
But
no,
he makes
you
it.
guys-
He makes it vegetarian and vegan friendly for his mom and wife's. Meat.
Yes, I do. It is
Yeah.
loaded with vegetables, then beans, and
Yeah,
And
hubby loves
I do
all the
meat on side.
veggies. When I make chili, I have to make 2. I make a plain one for Jake and I. It's just burger, chili beans, tomato juice, and some seasoning. For hubby, it's like I put the kitchen sink in there.
Oh no, you guys got this.
He
all
might
wrong.
like mine then.
Yes.
I want
Yeah.
big chunks of brisket or prime rib. I want
Yeah.
good hearty beans.
No, I don't put any of that in.
meat.
Oh, we
Nice
make
beans.
venison chili too. We use venison burger.
Yeah.
So,
I have never eaten venison.
oh, so
Yummy.
good.
It'll mess
For
with your
Christmas,
stomach.
we are having well, for Christmas Eve, we're having my family, my parents, and his family over. So we are doing a venison roast. His mom and grandma do not like game meat, so we're also having ham, grilled chicken thighs, and grilled salmon. So, and then for
know what I'm gonna-
Christmas dinner, we're having meatloaf.
You know what? Oh,
I thought I was
What about
getting
the meatloaf?
fancy just
nobody likes
making
meatloaf.
pork
Like
tenderloin on Christmas Eve.
The only meatloaf I like is a singer.
I like him too.
Bad out of hell, baby. No,
Mike, did
gosh,
you get the pork tenderloin from Costco?
Did I?
Black
I think it's a
Friday,
Meyer.
because Black Friday, Costco had a deal on their huge pork tenderloins. They were like $8 off. So I got this pork tenderloin. I got 2 of them. It was minimum 2 or maximum 2. For like $6 and $8.
Yeah.
And I cut it in 3 pieces and we froze it. So I mean, for $2 a meal,
Oh.
You can't beat that for me.
I got some pork tenderloin sitting in the freezer. I have to smoke yet.
That's something I don't eat.
I don't like pork. I like bacon and sausage.
I like ham,
I'll do ham.
bacon, or sausage.
That's it, right? I'm not gonna do a
But
tenderloin.
not a lot of sausage. Like I like breakfast sausage.
I'll
Yes.
get you to
Like
like
all
an
things
Italian.
pig.
I'll get you to like an Italian sausage.
I'm
don't
not big
worry.
on sausage.
Oh,
I'm
tortellini.
not a big sausage
sausage.
fan.
So
Growing up, we were big hunters. My dad's family is big hunters, and I went out with my uncle, and I saw how they made sausage. And my uncle's sister-in-law asked where we gutted the deer because she was going to go out and use the intestine to finish her sausage. And
That's right.
from 6th grade on, I was like, not touching that.
So I've told you this before. When it comes to my heritage,
You're opposite.
I hate all of the food.
You know,
So my grandmother, being Polish, used to make kielbasa and
and
sauerkraut.
I wish I would have met this woman.
So disgusting.
Best fucking meal.
Never eaten it.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
My parents love it
Smells awful,
too.
tastes awful, not eating it.
I bowl on my league, right? And at the end of the year, we have a banquet, and every year it's headed by this old Polish couple, and I get kielbasa and sauerkraut homemade, right?
Nope.
And
Yeah.
literally, it's the only reason I still bowl this league is for that food at the end of the year. Like that's how fat I am. Like I pay $500 just to
Just
get
to eat
that
that.
food, and I'm drunk one night talking to the old lady, and I'm telling her how great she is as a human being. I wish she would adopt me, and she's like, "Oh, just tell your wife to do this." And so now my wife now hands down makes the second best sauerkraut I've ever had in my life.
My wife loves sauerkraut.
Oh,
When she ate meat, she loved kielbasa.
Yeah.
She loves pierogies. I hate them all.
oh, they're great.
I hate all Persian food. Disgusting.
Yeah.
I hate all. I like cabbage. That's the only Irish food I like. I fucking hate corned beef.
Really?
Disgusting.
Beef is delicious.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like corned beef either. My parents, my mom, we're heavy German on my mom's side, so sauerkraut and Polish sausage was big. My mom makes homemade cabbage rolls.
Oh,
know.
bless her. Hey, if she ever
I
wants
love
to,
cabbage rolls,
if
but
she ever wants to adopt a fat kid for cabbage rolls, just tell her, hey, I know this guy who gives me financial advice.
You will have to fight my dad, and he is the skinniest man I know.
her parents are hilarious. We had to go over there to get a bunch of.
She's laughing like I won't punch this guy just for a fucking cabbage roll.
We had
Like,
to go over there to get dishes and shit for the break room because her mom bought all this stuff to make crafts and shit, and her dad just wanted to get rid of it. So we had to go pick it up, and they were just fucking hilarious.
oh, I can't wait. So I do, but we can all agree we all like cabbage. That's one thing. So
You know what's funny to me, by the way, not to interrupt you, but
You're
you know
fine.
what's funny to me? So speaking of how it's a small world, one of the girls I coached who actually came in for an episode here,
Yeah.
Kimmy,
Mhm.
their family has known Vanessa's family longer than I've known either one of them.
Oh, there you go.
Kimmy's mom, Shelly, met my mom, I think the week before my mom left for maternity leave when she had me.
Oh wow.
So Shelly, I grew up with Shelly. I used to babysit Kimmy. Yeah, grew up with Becky.
Rex
Yeah,
and Shelly are two of my favorite people.
Yeah, my sister and Sean, they spend a lot of time at the property, and my brother-in-law hunts with Rex and stuff. So I've literally known Shelly my entire life.
Yeah. So, Mike, you're no longer. We were talking earlier. David said he doesn't remember doing the episode on dividend stocks and all that. You're no longer doing Grubhub, are you?
No, I did not want to get to the point where I would potentially owe on taxes. So I kind of figured out where that fine line would be. And once I reached that, I stopped.
How's your dividend stocks doing?
We're doing fine.
Good. I mean, that'll make you go up in tax bracket.
Is that a segue for us?
That'll make them go up in tax bracket.
No, the stocks.
Stocks.
The market's up.
It is.
The last 2 days, a nice gain in the market.
Yep.
Investors are expecting it to be a very good 2022. the thing they're not expecting to be good is crypto, which I think they're totally full of shit.
I just read something about some guy got scammed on like $1 million or something like that.
So they think crypto isn't going to be good because
It's fake
money. We both went right there, didn't we? But the problem with it being fake money is there are like real people starting to use Bitcoin as like salary.
Look at the one guy who, say as salary, and look at the one guy who traded Bitcoin for like 2 large pizzas and Cokes or something.
I mean, you think about it, even today, the money that we use is fake money.
It really
not a lot
is.
of people carry. Not a lot of people carry cash.
Those
You
are
have
called
that card.
morons.
That's the same.
No, but even if they carried cash, here's the problem. So our cash used to be backed by gold and silver.
Yeah.
And now they just print that shit.
Yeah, now it's backed by, foreign country debt.
Basically, yes.
But now say you're going on vacation.
Shout out to Jessica, by the way.
Oh, hey Jesse.
She's watching, but she can't comment for some reason.
Oh, she got kicked off. But so you're going on vacation, you're gonna see your daughter, you're paying cash. How long are you gone for?
We are leaving Christmas Day evening, and I do not want to be on the road New Year's Eve, so we'll leave the 1st and the late morning, early afternoon.
Okay. Be back by the 2nd or 3rd?
2nd.
Okay.
Because I had to be to work Monday.
There you go. That's gonna be a good time. And what's your budget for this trip?
What he tells me I can.
Hey, that doesn't look like a Bud Light, my friend.
Oh,
That's a Miller
that's
Lite.
yeah, we don't do, but I'm not even allowed to buy
Budweiser's
Budweiser
disgusting.
mirrors or anything in this house either. He told me that was cause for divorce.
It's diet beer.
I'm on a diet. I'm
I
still
mean-
Michelob Ultra.
Diet. I mean, it tastes like shit,
right.
but I
All right.
mean, if
You're-
I have
you're-
to drink a shitty beer.
You're a Miller Lite fan. Here's a true story. This is about 5 weeks back. I'm drinking at a bowling alley. So it was Pulaski
You were
days.
drinking at a bowling alley?
It happens all the
That
time.
has never happened.
So we're at Pulaski days up here in Grand Rapids. Guy tells me, he's like, I've never had a Miller Lite. We'll
No.
never have a Miller Lite.
It's Pulaski.
Whatever. And how would you know it? You don't even like your heritage.
I don't, but I'm Polish.
So I'm drinking. We get pretty wasted. So I counted $1,000 on the bar tab,
Mhm.
and I said, "Hey, drink this for $1,000." And he handed him a Miller Lite. He goes, "Oh, I'm not drinking it." Whip out $2,000 on the counter. Nope, won't drink it. I said, "Damn, you are a man's man." Whip out $3,000 cash on the tabletop. I was like, "Here you go. Drink the beer." Everybody's like, "Oh my God." They're calling him stupid and me stupid. for
He's
whipping.
stupid and you're stupid.
Yeah.
Put $3,000 here. I'll drink whatever beer you want me to
Damn right.
drink.
That's who I am. But no, man's man. Wouldn't,
I will
wouldn't
drink
touch it.
Crooked Tree IPA, which
Oh.
I fucking hate.
I'll drink a Steel Reserve or Papa for that price.
Mike and I had a Steel Reserve a few weeks ago. It was
I know,
pretty
eh?
good.
See, he's not a big craft beer fan. He drinks Ice House and then Miller Lite and sometimes PBR. But
Oh,
Oh, Nick loves a PBR.
speaking of that, I got my first Christmas present
PBR?
from my brother. I got 99 cans of PBR, a 7-foot fucking box that weighs 400 pounds.
All right, I'm going to say this right now. Raise your hand if your first beer was a PBR.
bleh, I don't drink beer. Bleh.
How old were you when you had that first PBR? I was like 3.
I said 3 years old.
5.
5, yes.
I think mine might have been red label, but I think it was about the same age.
Oh, jeez. No, it's yeah. Gosh, I still drink PBR because I'm a man.
I will drink PBR, but I have to have like 5 or 6 real beers before it because it tastes so fucking bad.
No,
you got-
every now and then he'll have me pick up PBR. He'll get tired of Miller Lite and just say, "Give me some PBR." And
PBR, beer for the car.
That's fact. So I live in.
see, you guys would love my husband, David. You
I think we would, yes. I'm not saying we wouldn't.
I say I do like this guy already. I live in Jenison, which is like, I don't know, a church on every corner,
Oh, just like
yeah.
Byron Center.
prestigious type of pompous pricks.
Yeah.
And so I go into family fair. and,
People
you know,
you don't really mesh with.
right here it's a Sunday, and
Yeah.
I'm going to buy beers or whatever, and I'll buy those singles, especially around the pool.
And they look at you.
And she's like, you want me to put this in a bag? And I was like, nah, I can't really drink it in the bag if I'm going home. And like the looks I get from people, I'm just like, are you shitting me right now? Like, who doesn't want a road beer? Like, it's a long walk back to my car. I'm gonna get thirsty.
On a Sunday morning, I go to Granville, and I buy beer, and they go, "You can't buy that here." I went, "Fuck you!" So I left all the shit, and I drove over to Wyoming Meyer, and I bought everything I wanted there.
Same thing, yeah. Say whoever was serving me, so I can get through this day. But
Yeah.
So you think you're gonna get all that work done in a week?
I've been off for a week and a half, and I've got a week and a half left, and obviously I'm going to burn 3 days because of Christmas Eve and Christmas, but I'm going to get it as much as I can.
There you go. I say that'll I seen some of the damage. I like the tree root. That's going to be a fun one for you. We just did a flip where
I sent David the pictures.
We tore out the bathroom, and there was literally a tree growing through the entire foundation of it. So yep, I really enjoyed that flip.
Yeah. Every time I go back in the back room, I find more mold. He's like, just fucking get out. Just go. I'm tired of you finding shit. Just leave.
You know how not to find it? Just cover it up. That's what I do. No, I'm just kidding.
Kills.
Yeah, kills.
Kills. They make good paint.
Damn right. And you know what? If I have to bleach the entire place and throw some kills over top of it, I'm a happy guy. So, you know, I think now you're sending her with your money on your card to Texas.
Yep.
All right. Good for you.
I'm an alcoholic. I was drunk when I made that decision.
We literally are Bucks and Brews.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I see it.
We're a name for a
I think
reason.
Vanessa has a shirt too, don't you?
I do. I can't find it. I don't know.
What do you mean you
happened
can't
to it.
find it?
I brought it home. And
I need a shirt.
You do.
You do need a shirt.
Yeah.
I do need a shirt.
So
because there's two handsome guys on this shirt.
You
and he's got a beard too.
He does have a beard.
You got to either buy one, or number two, you have to find me a house in South Haven that I approve of to buy.
Nick really wants to have a house in South Haven.
You can buy this one.
Nah.
It's almost done. It's almost a turnkey operation.
Oh man.
It's got a studio. I'll sign the wall. I mean, you're good.
Oh, hey, I'm in. I say studio. And
He'll sign the wall.
This isn't a bad. I'll give you $7. Take payments.
Yeah.
Let's say
42 cents a week.
Factual statement. But it's paid in
I was
full.
telling my husband that Nick thinks he's going to find a house in South Haven by Kids Corner for cheap.
I found
Keep it
two
up.
actually. So the one by Walgreens right there. Walgreens. So that house I offered 42,000 cash. They wanted like 65,000 for the house. 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. Because when I buy again, I want really cheap, and I want to. I mean, granted, it's probably if I did all the work, it was probably worth it for me to flip it, but I just didn't. And then actually, I was just brought one the other day, right on Blue Star. Probably a quarter mile down the road from that one on Walgreens there, for 65. And I passed on that, but a person out of Texas actually bought it. Her brother lives here, so they're going to Airbnb it. But no, I mean, so I'm finding them. I just haven't found the one I want. So,
But I think, because those, I think I saw that house for sale. It's not a very nice house. I mean, it's not in a good location.
So the one, none of these, well, the one was on the MLS, the one right next to Walgreens, that was, the other one wasn't. But I mean, I'll find the right one. I have a friend that I found out that he actually lives down in South Haven, right on the water.
That's what you want, is right on the water.
Keep offering him on his house, but he won't take it. Keep saying his wife wants a different house. And I was like,
I wonder why.
Well, because he doesn't want to go spend $1 million. And he picked his up back in the day for $300K. It's worth like 1.8 right now or something.
yeah.
And I was like, you're stupid. And, but I keep offering him like 200,000 for his house. Keep telling him there's wear and tear on it.
Gee, I can't imagine why he tells you to fuck off.
It's kind of, well, I tell him I won't manage his properties anymore. And I was like, no, unless I get a discount, I ain't managing shit. So no, it's really a fun one, but I'll find one.
Well, eventually we might have another one because his mom is looking to sell hers. She's considering selling hers. It's on a double lot. It's right across the street from the cemetery.
Yeah, people are dying to get into the property across the street.
Across the street, yeah. So, you know,
And every Memorial Day, you'll have a parade down your road.
see, I could probably be all right with this. I don't know. It's just got to be cheap. That's the biggest key. I don't care.
Yeah, you want cheap, but that doesn't necessarily mean they want to sell cheap.
Everybody wants to sell cheap. They just don't know it. Always
I'm
remember
gonna
that.
tell you right now, I do not
Always.
want to sell cheap.
Yes, you do.
You want to offer me 300,000, I'll move out of my house, but I'm not selling it for 150.
All I got to do is find you the house that you want to buy.
Bullshit.
That's the difference.
Bullshit.
Find you what you want, and then I come in and get yours for cheap.
Yeah, what I want is in Honolulu.
Yeah, I'll buy. I'll find it.
Find it.
I got people there.
Find it.
I don't think I've ever told you about that.
You
guys
find me a
have a
house
good
in
one.
Honolulu, I will buy that.
Take care,
and move.
brother.
See you later.
Nice
Nice
talking
to
with you.
see you.
I think it sounds like I just got invited to Christmas is what I just
I think
heard.
you did. So I will say this right now, because he's left the room.
Yeah.
I really want to feel like when Mike and I talked to you a few weeks ago, we made a positive influence there because he's like, yeah, she sucks with bills. And we're like, no, she's done a really good job. And he's like, yeah, she sucks with bills.
Mm.
Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
there was time.
Well, I
There was
think-
time.
It's really hard, especially as a husband to a
It is.
wife, to change perspective.
So
My wife,
we can do this.
my wife sucks
because
with bills.
my wife used to suck with bills. I mean, she's great with the business, but I don't trust her with the house bills.
See?
I mean, I love my wife. She could be good with it.
Does
She
your
just doesn't want to.
Does your wife have any debt?
No,
See,
technically no.
So she's great with it because we made it that way.
Right. I asked her one day, I'm like, so when are bills due? She goes, I don't know. You pay them. So I don't fucking know.
If I ask my wife that, she goes, I don't know, to get the fucking mail today. Say, yeah.
That's like when you asked me with the house. I'm like, I don't know. I don't deal with that.
Oh,
I let him handle that. He makes more than I do. He, like I said, we have certain things that we're responsible for. The house is his.
Yep.
So
his truck is his.
mhm.
Again, I sit there and I say, here is my spreadsheet. And she goes, that shit doesn't make sense to me. Don't fucking send it anymore. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
When I send them my lenders or whatever, I'll send them my spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Which I actually have spreadsheets finally.
Do you?
Yeah.
Look at you.
It's just a
Love
process.
spreadsheets. I'm a nerd. I
No,
love spreadsheets.
I love
And
spreadsheets.
to me, it's funny because mine are so easy, right? It all just makes sense to me.
Yep.
And when my accountant calls on questions, Nick, what is this? And I was like, and like in my head, I can instantly do it. I'm like, okay, you're gonna want to look to the bottom right. That's actually grand total. This is just a number I put down there that makes sense to me. It won't mean shit to you. This is what I owed back in this month. This
Yep.
is it. And she's like, are you looking at your computer? And I was like, no, I know my spreadsheet. Like
Right.
I really can tell you where I can't tell
Yep.
you the exact dollar, but I can tell you where everything is. And it's all labeled
And you'll
to me.
be in the vicinity of the right dollar.
Oh, easily.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
See here, I'm responsible for the electric bill.
Yep.
My car, even though it's in his name, I pay it.
Yep.
And then my student loans and most of the groceries.
So I'm going to say this is a good segue.
Yep.
Student loans.
Oh, hey,
News came out today.
good.
So student loans were supposed to be paid or not paid. You were supposed to start paying again on them in January.
January
Okay.
31st.
Biden has pushed that to May.
Are you serious?
He has pushed that to May.
Because he said
and-
the last time that was the last time.
He has pushed it to May.
He's
Okay.
probably doing whatever he can to get it to where they'll just be paid up, that creditors will just.
I would say that, but I don't think so. So
I
here's
think-
here's the problem. Nick shared this video with me earlier. Biden is in bed with and has been his entire career with the student loan companies.
Yep.
And basically he has said you are going to start paying on these bills again at some point. He
Mhm.
just hasn't, he just keeps moving the goalposts on when that point is. And of course, progressives in the House and Senate are saying, yeah, you just need to forgive 50,000, which in all honesty, I think is a great idea. You do that, but here's the issue I have with the student loans. So let's say you have 100,000 in student loans. And you paid 40,000.
Good for you.
So you're not at, I owe 60,000. You don't even owe 70. You owe like $98,000 in student loans, and that's just horseshit.
Because of all the interest that accrues.
If you want to play that game, I will agree with you. And I will tell you, I do think that interest rates should be capped, and there should be an interest cap on them. You still should be allowed to get your loans. I think you should. And I've never limited anybody on the amount of money they make. Because, I mean, I'm getting a loan right now for 10%.
Yep.
Okay. Right. I know what the hell I'm doing. I sign up for it. If I lose it, I foreclose on the house. And
how old are you?
I'm 33. But even back then when I was doing it.
You're 33. So you understand what this looks like.
So I did it when I was 18.
If you're 18 years old, let me ask you this. If you're 18 years old and you've been told your whole life you have to go to college.
Yep.
Okay. And back when I went to college the first time, if you took out a loan, which I did not, the majority of that loan did not start accruing interest until 6 months after graduation.
Oh, no.
Yes.
When you went, probably.
That's what I'm saying. When I went to school, it was 6 months after graduation, you would start accruing interest. And the interest was lower.
Oh, very much.
Now,
is that what, like 7%?
You start accruing interest the day you take out the loan.
Yep.
So that they can maximize their money and basically hold you to indentured servitude for the rest of your life.
Do you know why that is?
You tell me.
So my opinion, and what it really is the fact that there's so many people that are not paying on their loan. They need to give it to the masses to make sure that these people are paying it.
Bullshit.
That's true.
No, it's not true.
Yeah.
No, they're sitting there going, they have basically wiped out any option
for debt
to get out of paying student loans. So we can do whatever the fuck we want, which is charging them from day one, and they'll never get out from under that.
No, you will. I mean, we were talking about, we're going to have a guest on. Hopefully if they come on, we looked at it. I showed you the thing. They were $120,000 in student loan debt and paid it off in a year.
Again,
anomalies are things.
Again, we will talk about that. We talked about this in the last episode. Exceptions to the rule.
Everything.
Right. You know, regarding the student loans too. So right now, Navient holds all of my student loans. I got notification, and I'm sure you've heard in the news too, that Navient wants to end their contract with the government, and they no longer want to hold those loans. I got an email saying this new company will contact you in December, and all you have to do is just create an online account. It'll be a seamless transition. I have yet to see anything from this new company. Anything.
In a week.
Yeah.
So that's normal.
And so I think possibly that's why Biden did it. I don't know, but that's great news for me because I'll have more time to pay off more of my other stuff before those payments start, because
that's why we need to get that down.
Because the 4 loans right now that are on forbearance, the government forbearance, is literally half of my student loans. So it's going to double my monthly payments basically, or, you know, I'll have another $300 in student loan payments on top of my $421 I pay a month.
Well, we'll get right back to student loans in a second here. Mike, just so you know, Nick brought us back something to try.
Yes.
Nick, tell him your thoughts.
No. We'll talk about that in the episode that we try the beer.
Okay. I will say, Mike, you might not say yes.
Just saying.
Just saying.
You know, and it could be one of those that I've wanted it for so long. I mean, it's been a beer I've been chasing for about 2 years now.
It maybe just didn't live up to your standards.
100% probably it, right? So
well, hopefully we go see Steve next week and we can try this.
Yeah. I say that, yeah, I'll bring it down to that and we'll give it the old college try. So, no, I mean,
We've all given it the old college try.
I say I went to college to pay my debt, right? I mean, I don't,
Work paid my debt.
saying that, and that's just it. Like, I don't know. Debt to me, do I think that not being able to do it for bankruptcy is wrong? No. Right. I think there should be a way out of it. But I also think bankruptcy is a little tough as well, right? And that's a different conversation.
My
but-
biggest issues are the fact that they're basically strapping you with this debt forever.
You're strapping me with this debt.
No, they're strapping you with this debt forever. This was affordable when I went to school.
Okay.
To tell you one thing, I mean, other than the fact that, yes, now they're charging interest from day one. It's not so much the creditor's fault anymore. It's the colleges and universities' fault. They now can basically charge whatever they want.
Correct.
Mhm.
So
And you're basically paying more to get educated than you will in the career. Like, it's going to take you
Well,
X
and
number of years working in the career of that your field is going to train you for.
I agree. I do. One thing that pisses me off is the fact that colleges are technically private, right? I mean, there's public and private and all that, but like you take out money to pay it back. Now I own properties and I still pay for CC.
Mhm.
I still pay for these things. And it's like, you're not government funded. You're fucking Nick Watkins funded. That's what you are, right?
we are the only country in the industrial world
Uh-huh.
that ties school to property taxes.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So if you live in
East Grand Rapids,
East Grand Rapids,
which is $9,000 minimum.
you get the best of everything because their property taxes are
Paying for the school.
just insane.
Huh.
But if you live in, let's say, the Ottawa Hills School District,
Yeah.
your property taxes are dog shit because they get nothing.
So here's a true, well, I guess numbers aren't exact because mine's a little different. If I did a 30-year on my 8-unit
Mhm.
in Wyoming,
Mhm.
which is not the greatest schools, granted they've closed stuff and done whatever, my minimum payment on that would be like $1,500.
Mhm.
Okay. I have a friend that has a 7-unit, so we'll compare it, right? His minimum payment on a 30-year, because of how low taxes are in Muskegon, which is shit schools, $785.
Yep.
And we paid the same fucking price for the house.
Yep.
That's how much more my taxes are. Like,
And you're not in a great school district.
and Wyoming sucks, and Muskegon got awful.
Which
right?
which Wyoming school?
So that Wyoming Park, I guess, or
So it would be Wyoming Public Schools.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Which is
See
probably
here-
the best of them.
But Godwin, I'm paying back Godwin's debts.
Of course.
If you seen the amount of freaking money that Godwin's debt is getting me for, I want to sell everything I own over there.
The worst part about them is every millage that they've, they don't increase them, they just extend them.
Yep.
They have a company come in and they do half-assed work and they pay them for the half-assed work.
Yep.
I mean, they did a whole fucking remodel and everything was leaking in the fucking building.
Yep. Don't hold anybody accountable. Yep.
Correct.
Here in South Haven, I think we have a pretty good school district here in South Haven. It's a smaller community, but we have a lot of rental properties and we have multi-million-dollar homes sitting on the lake. So those help fund our school.
Yep.
So
Well, you look at Wayland. Wayland gets a shit ton of money from Gun Lake Casino.
Casinos, right?
mhm.
So you know how to fix all this problem?
Hmm.
Churches. Start taxing.
Tax the shit out of them.
Go off your money. I think my favorite video, we love TikTok. We're all TikTok fans.
I'm on TikTok all the time.
Vanessa, are you a TikTok fan?
Oh my gosh, my husband gets so mad
Oh my God.
because I'm
Everybody-
on there all the time.
everybody-
We'll be on TikTok live after this.
Everybody's seen this kid that was working, had his break and went up to Joel Osteen.
Yes, it
And
was
he's just-
awesome.
He goes, you're a piece of shit, right? And I was just like, this kid. Like,
Did y'all
very-
hear about that
He got fired.
church?
about Joel Osteen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
about the money.
yeah.
So a couple years ago, I think it was 2016, like was it $30,000 or $60,000 or whatever it was stolen from the safe. And I've read 2 reports. One of them, the contractor was remodeling Joel Osteen's house in the bathroom and moved the toilet away, and stashed in the wall is all these envelopes with cash and checks in it. And then I heard another story that it was actually in the church that it was done. But all of a sudden, all this money is found from a church where the only people who had access to the safe were certain people. So who got into it and stashed it?
And that's why, like, I just think that churches should be taxed. I think
All churches.
I mean, if businesses get taxed, you're a business, right?
Well, again, one of the reasons.
What do you go to? You go to Sunday service?
Fuck if I know. I don't go.
Normal people, Saturday, Sunday service. It's called
Vanessa, do you go? Because I'm an atheist. I don't fucking go.
Anyway, so growing
No,
up,
my husband was raised in the church, and on Saturday he drank with all the people who went to church, and on Sunday they looked down on him, and he was like, "You were there drinking with me. You were there partying with me." So we don't.
That's what
No,
they do.
I know. I do audits on churches, and let me tell you, the more audits I do, the more corrupt I find them.
I was Catholic once. Mike and I were supposed to go to the same school.
oops.
He went. I didn't.
So
He was too attached to his mommy.
I was too attached to my mommy. And my grandmother told the pastor to fuck off. Is it a pastor in the Catholic Church, Mike? I don't
No,
know.
it's a priest. It's a
Priest.
priest.
She told the priest to fuck off.
That would be probably a bit Father O'Meara back.
That does ring a bell.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, the more
St.
audits I do
Margaret's.
for churches, the more I just, the bigger the church, the more corrupt they are.
Absolutely.
you know, one thing I give credit to Grand Rapids First, which they're a horrible big church here.
Yep.
They actually list out. I mean, they tell me, because when we went the one time to check it out or whatever, I mean, the preacher there makes $180,000 a year. Like, and it listed out. It says, hey, this is what people. I was like, damn, at least you're open with it,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't know. I think that they need to be taxed on it, but you know, anything else, I don't know. Anything else that you do, you get taxed on it, right? So
They somehow skirt that shit.
yeah, let's say it's not separation. That's complete separation of church and state.
Yeah, but again, many of these churches are telling you who to fucking vote for.
Of course.
So there's no separation. Tax those motherfuckers.
Yeah. No, prove it though.
That's money that can be spent to upgrade a road or upgrade a school or, I don't know, universal fucking healthcare.
Or not have people complain because people are sending things up to space and they should be using their money for other things. You're right. They could just use that to support all this stuff.
I'm just telling you right now, Bezos can fuck off. And so can Elon Musk.
I love them.
Fuck both of those guys.
They're great. It's fun to me.
They're both douchebags.
Let's say, hey,
That's how I feel about LeBron James.
see, all right, I hated LeBaron James for the longest time.
Ugh,
And I probably
yes.
still hate LeBaron James, but when he came out and he funded that entire school, like no
That's
question,
pretty good.
right? Like I gotta respect you.
Like, I'm going to tell you right now,
the things you do.
Michael's way better than LeBron,
Oh, LeBaron all day.
but LeBron does a lot of good things with his money.
He actually does, which you know I was very happy with that, right?
Mhm.
And I think I'm fine with that part of LeBron. I don't like the fact from an athlete perspective, he just basically oil and just wants to win. That's the problem I have.
He's great at marketing himself. That's the biggest
He
key.
definitely is.
So
He did a whole fucking TV show on Where Am I Going to Sign?
Yep.
Which was horse shit, but still, you know.
I still refuse to watch the new Space Jam. I can't do it.
Get it.
I'm not watching that because I like the Michael Jordan one because I'm a Bulls fan.
and the second one was not great, but
I ain't watching
Hey.
that shit.
I cannot stand LeBron. I think he runs his mouth. I have a problem with it, and
Yeah.
I refuse to watch it.
no, that's good. I don't know if people do good things, I'm gonna support it, right? And as much as people don't think space travel just because you don't support, I don't know. I think there's possibilities to find something out there someday.
There are,
So-
but they're not going, they're barely going into space.
Oh well.
They're not really doing anything. They're going really high up and falling back down.
There's more satellites up there to get my phone shittier service than ever before.
And they had
Right.
nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? No, I say, I think when I want to get back to Vanessa. All right, when we're talking about your debt,
Mhm.
you just made two extra things. You said you're not paying your car payment until March. I mean, that gives you at least $800 to pay on that thing.
It gives me 1,000. I was or 1,100 because it was, well, more than that, but I was paying $550 a month
on your card.
on my
I'm
car.
saying, so on your car, 550, so that's 1,100, and then you were also paying at 1,500. So like you should be able to, even if you did half that, like of what you were paying, even if you did your minimum, that's a $1,400 payment over the 2 months, right? I mean, so like really think you can get back on track right away with it and get this thing completely
With
paid
Disney.
off.
Yeah, that's my plan. That is really the plan. I have changed. I was buying a lot of LuLaRoe clothes. I love LuLaRoe. I know there's some controversy around that, but I haven't bought anything in a very long time. I've really curbed my spending. For Christmas shopping, I had a budget. I stuck to it. I tend to overshop for Christmas because I
think everybody
and-
does.
And I have really, really cut that down this year a lot. But we haven't gone out to eat as much. Well, this week we had because my kitchen is destroyed right now. There's like dust everywhere. And but we've cut back on eating out. I've cut back on my shopping. I've cut back on my grocery shopping budget as well. I've learned to make more with what we have instead of all these little specialty meals. So I think hubby has really seen that I have made changes and I have made progress and I've stuck with it.
Well, that's a big key, right? Like when we talk about cheat meals all the time, and I mean, dude, like some of my favorite cheating meals, like just to spoil me, cost $1 a piece, right? A banquet Salisbury steak with the mac and cheese for a side is $1, maybe $1.20 if not on sale type thing. Like, I'm the happiest fucking kid you've met, right? Like, swear to God,
hubby won't eat that.
Right, but like, and then
I won't eat that
the
either.
other thing is beefaroni, right? Like, dude, those two things make me like the
Yeah.
happiest. Like, I will be on cloud nine, but
You know
there's
what
also
makes me happy?
scotch and cheesecake.
Well, that too. Hot dogs.
Hot dogs, right? They're cheap.
Love hot
Oh,
dogs.
But like,
I can't do hot.
and then,
I cannot do squishy meat. Like I cannot stand
Love a hot
dogs.
dog.
but then you say we still like spaghetti is dirt cheap, right? Like we talked about those types of things. But anyway, so like there's
But before you go on with your thought,
no.
so we're taking a cruise together with Mike.
Hey Mike, fuck you.
And how many times you think we're gonna eat hot dogs?
Every day.
I
Alright.
think it might be every day.
Just so we're gonna go back to me now because I like me. So I'm on vacation.
Somebody likes you.
I'm on vacation, and
It's the old Toby Keith song. Let's talk about me.
right, and talk about number one, and all the parks that we went to. So we went to a place called Discovery Cove, which was the all inclusive, which I got completely plastered. Shouldn't have. Whatever I did. Went to SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and Aquatica.
I have not been to Busch Gardens since I was 5.
So I don't have a
6.
need to go back to Busch Gardens until I lose enough weight to ride the rides, and my daughter gets tall enough to ride the rides.
Okay.
So I had it for SeaWorld, right? There's the dolphins, there's the orcas, there's the sea lion show. It was very fun. But so at Busch Gardens, we got the meal plan.
Okay.
$40 a person.
Mhm.
You can eat every hour. You can eat once every hour. So the first place we go to is this smokehouse place for like right when we got in the park. And it was a $22 meal without my side, without a drink and all that. So anyway, so it should have been like $32. So I basically paid for it. And I get smoked brisket, ribs, and probably pulled pork or so. I don't remember. With a side of mac and cheese. Like this thing was great. But because I got that, I ate so much. Like, and really we got it because it was like, even if we get a bottle of water every hour, we've paid for our thing because it's $4.50 for a freaking bottle of water.
Of course.
Right.
That's
But-
what I do when we go to Disney. Is I do the meal plan.
But it was so
But we do the drink plan at cruise.
Yeah.
I know I got the drink plan, which was $900 fucking for you people. No, I think I'm $780, but
Again, you didn't have to buy it.
I didn't
You
have-
could have just bought each drink
no,
at $12 a drink.
no.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even go on the
Wait
vacation.
until the drink back. Oh, no, you're talking about your cruise. Your
Cruise, yes.
vacation you just did.
Yeah,
'Cause on your
no,
cruise, you need to wait till that drink package goes on sale.
He bought it over Black Friday.
yeah, 30% off or something like that. So, no, my cruise is paid for. The cruise and my drink package. The only thing I have left is my flight, which I assume we'll fly down together.
Sure.
And probably split an Uber to the thing. We'll get like an Uber XL or whatever, so that way we all fit because there's 6 of us. So, I know because I'm cheap, right? Like I'm gonna split this stuff, or we'll just rent a Turo for 2 minutes.
Turo's great, by the way.
I enjoyed the person I rented my Turo from.
Mhm.
He was good, but I didn't realize that you're supposed to like take a million photos beforehand and take a million photos after.
Really?
Because like I just dropped it off and he's like, make sure you grab photos. And I was like, what, dude? Like your car's fucking right here. Like, so I already like kind of logged out and I was like, here's one of the outside, the inside. Like I didn't even get the inside because we already locked it up. So I called him up and I was like, oh, I'll walk all the way back there. Yep, here's the outside. Like it's fine, right? I made sure Emma didn't eat a single thing in the car.
Right.
She didn't drink a single thing in the car. Like none of us did. Like we got her Dippin' Dots as we were leaving one of the parks and made her eat it outside the car. I was like, I'm not going to vacuum this thing out.
I
I'm
have
gonna do
seen
it.
your daughter eat ice cream in the back of your car,
Jesus.
and you had sprinkles and ice cream all over the back of
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna say it
car.
looks like a fucking rainbow fire.
When Cheyenne was young, I took her down to Sherman's to get ice cream. And that child had blue moon ice cream literally from the top of her forehead down to her toes.
Yep.
Dawn told me Caitlin one time fell asleep licking the ice cream cone, and it just like dripped all over her face.
Dude, I love how much we all love our kids. My kid tells me she's not tired, and literally, I can't even say 90 degrees.
I did see that post.
She is. I mean, the one she's like, I'm going back to the hotel, and we're gonna party all night, and we're gonna have a good time. And I'm like,
And she went right to sleep.
all right. And she's like passed out completely like this way. And then we actually flew into Grand Rapids. We went out to lunch real quick because we were all hungry. And she's like, I'm not tired, blah, blah, blah. And she's literally passed out this far forward, like hunched over in her seat, like, holy cow, kid. Just so tired. And I absolutely thought it was hilarious to me because I always take a photo of her every single time that she passes out when she tells me she's not tired. So when she gets older, I'm gonna be like, here's all these photos of my kid not tired. Say,
I have a picture of Cheyenne going out hunting with Josh,
yeah,
sitting next to a tree, sleeping away.
yeah. So no, you're just going to visit your daughter. Does she have to work or anything, or does she have to work?
So her dad helped me. So her dad said that they were planning a trip. And so she definitely has Monday, Tuesday off. I don't know that she'll be able to get more days off, but we'll Jake and I will do some things. Like I plan on taking him to the zoo. With her being pregnant, I don't know that she'll be able to handle the zoo smell.
Sure.
So,
Where's she at again? She's in Austin?
she's in Tyler, Texas.
Okay.
So I mean, we'll plan things around her working. I plan on making her some comfort food. So I'll cook while I'm there because she has a place that they rent, a duplex.
Yep.
So just kind of relaxing, spending time with her when we can. Jake and I will hang out. We still have a hotel room, so Jake and I will hang out by the pool and enjoy the 80-degree weather, while we're there, 70 degrees while we're there.
So it was like 50s right now. It's crazy cold. So hopefully
It's supposed to
by the
get
time we
warmer. There's supposed to be a heat wave waking up, but we're
Good.
from here and we're okay. And I think it's an indoor pool, so we'll just hang out.
Good. Yeah.
Find something to do, go to the zoo, whatever.
Yeah. I think that with these bonuses and all that, if you can keep it up, well, I don't know. Like I say, our goal was the end of the year. Actually, I think our goal actually was like February or March for you. But I said I think you can get it by the end of the year. But even at
Yeah,
this
there was
about-
quite a few months that I was only able to make a little over minimum. So I kind of really got off track with that.
Sure.
But
The biggest thing is getting right back to it, right? I mean,
yep,
just focus on it and you're gonna be just fine. And
I have a plan.
And the other thing is, I mean, you know what it takes. You have the want to do it. So really,
I mean, oh, and the other thing, there was some collections that I had that I didn't like the company. They didn't want to deal with me, whatever. They sold those to another company. I called them and they were super nice. I didn't have any issues. I set up a payment plan with them. So I am getting those paid off again as well.
no,
I
never
forgot
do
about
a-
that as
never
well.
do a payment plan. Never.
Um,
Paid in full only. 'cause
we
get a
didn't have
huge-
it at the time. We didn't have it. There
we
was
get a
no
huge
choice.
discount.
Sometimes you still get a discount with a payment plan.
This was actually through an attorney's office, so this was the last step before
Sure.
garnishment, so we didn't have the money at the time because I don't know if I told you, David, but we had to get my car fixed.
Mhm.
And it was an out-of-pocket expense that cost $1,800. So we had no way. So that really hit my husband's checkbook. And so what he had saved up, pretty much just wiped it away.
Sure.
So when that came in, we did not have the funds to pay off in full.
Sure. Let's say open a credit card. Say interest free. Do it. No. No, and that's good. Like at least they'll take a payment plan, and now you have, and now you have smaller things that you can focus on. But what's the interest rate on your payment plan?
0. It's just to pay the debt.
Okay. Which is great. What's your minimum payments?
150.
Okay, so they rolled it
5
all into
months.
one.
Yeah. So all the accounts that went to them, we just kind of, that's what it just, I think it's 5 or 6 months. It'll be all paid off,
Sure.
be done.
Well,
I
which
can
is
pay
huge
off
'cause
sooner, but
you just paid the 150. You just paid the 150 because you refinanced the car, right? So I mean that saved you 120 right there. So I mean you got enough to pay that off. Anything else?
Oh, I always got stuff.
Let's say.
yeah, I don't think, I mean, as far as my progress, I was thinking about it. I think I've got, like, with the big chunks that we had paid off, I think I had gotten close to $20,000 in debt paid off in a year.
Good for you.
That's phenomenal.
That is huge. Let's say.
So I wanted to hit you with something
Yeah,
since we're almost to the last episode of the year.
we are.
Favorite guest this year?
I don't know. Like I really liked Barat.
I know you did.
I did. I enjoyed that episode a
I'm
lot.
sitting right here.
Um,
I'm just kidding.
I enjoyed our second episode. I was very excited about our second episode with you. Like the idea, I don't know, like I always enjoy things that I don't know much about, right?
Mhm.
We talk about it all the time. We enjoy you as a guest because we love to see your striving for it.
Progress.
Just as much as
I'm
Mike.
just
Like
messing with
one of the biggest things I'm excited, like with Mike, we talked about dividend stocks, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden he just goes and does like this odd job thing, and we're like, we've talked about odd jobs, and he goes and does this, and I'm like so I love. It's not really an episode. So it's not an episode. It's a feedback thing that I
Mhm.
absolutely love. Like I love watching what we talk about. I mean, it's not true, but she's like, oh, that saved my life with the credit cards. This thing, giving people information that they don't normally think about and how to do things, and like building our ego that we actually know what the hell we're doing and how to talk about it, like, and just watching it actually work in things.
So
It's
again,
fucking huge to me.
I didn't ask you for your favorite episode. I asked you for your favorite guest.
Favorite guest, right? And so Barat, I think really,
You think so?
like, I don't know.
I did love Barat.
Like
I
just
actually really enjoyed that episode as well.
It was a
I mean-
lot of fun. And he gave us so much information we never would have had.
never, right?
I did love Jesse too, though.
I enjoy Jesse because right is I love bickering with you because
yeah.
we are both very stuck on.
That's still my favorite part of the show when you guys argue.
You know, too, though, you guys are very knowledgeable, but you have different opinions. And I think that's helpful
Yeah.
because not one way works best for everybody. So,
It's absolutely true.
you know, take the Dave Ramsey snowball. That was just not my thing. I had to do the avalanche because that's what worked best for me. There are others at the snowball, that's all they can focus on. So with you guys having different opinions, it helps people figure out which is best for them.
And that's a great point because, you know, when I met with Vanessa the first time, I'm like, yeah, let's hit these small things. And she was like, yeah, fuck that. I don't want to do small things. Which I don't want to do small things either. I want to hit the highest interest rate or the highest bill. Let's go for biggest bang for the buck.
Yep.
But most people can't see that. They're like
gazelle intensity.
Yeah, they're like, I have to get a win. So I want to pay off the $300 bill that is no interest before I pay off the $5,000 bill that's at 18%.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm taking that 18% down.
Yeah, I say you and I are both pretty avalanche people. You know,
Whatever's costing you the most money.
well,
Correct.
Right. And that's why I just hit that Disney card and the Amazon card. They were both the same interest rate. I got the Amazon paid off because it was a smaller amount.
Yep.
And I started hitting that Disney card, and, you know, I did pay off the collections. And so I did take bits of what David said, and I did do those with the collections, and I did get those paid off. But, you know, I tried the Dave Ramsey way before, and we saw where we got, because you're like, I don't know. I saw the wins and my interest charges going down. That's what I saw. So it just depends on what your win is. It's, you know.
So because we weren't available for an episode last week, somebody went on vacation. I uploaded 3 old episodes, and one of them was the Dave Ramsey one.
Let's say, yeah, you know, and I think, no, I mean, really, I don't know. It's so hard because, like, I enjoy having guests because it's always something. I don't have a favorite episode. Like, I love doing this. I don't know, every time that we buy buttons or do something, it's fun to grow our brand. Dude, we've gotten far this year. I mean, we should do a look back episode. That's kind of fun.
Maybe first episode of the year.
Yeah, maybe look back on where we started to where we are now. We have t-shirts.
We got t-shirts. We got
cups
and beer mugs.
Yeah, we got all sorts of good shit.
So yeah, we
at some point, Mike,
sponsors.
What?
We've had beer sponsors.
We've
right?
had
like,
some beer sponsors. Destel Brewery.
Yep. I say
Grand Armory.
Coors.
Yeah. I forgot
Next time
about
I'm in
that.
studio, I'm going to drink out of the boot.
That's boot.
We have the
Sitting
boot right over there.
Yeah. No, I
Can't go to Hendy's on next week. I'm just going to come up with the studio next week.
there you go. Man, they should come up here. Say
They're old people.
we should drive to them.
Yes. We left their house. So I went Monday.
Yeah.
And we left their place at like 9:45. And Steve goes, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be asleep before you leave the driveway.
No, that's great. Vanessa, I hope you have a great time visiting your daughter. It's fantastic that you're doing those types of things. You know, one reason I love this episode is because you don't have to be debt free to still do the things. You just don't have to go into debt to do them. Right. You're paying your minimums. You're doing whatever. Okay. You're taking a small break, right? Like, and I think with everything, you don't have to, it's not rewarding yourself when it's your family, right? Like you're doing the right thing, right? Like it's been 2 years, as you said. It's not like, and so to me, like this is a victory because we've seen a person go $20,000 in 1 year. We've seen a person make sure that they've changed their habits. They've proven they've changed their habits. We've had them on multiple times. They've learned new things. They're doing different things. And to me, this is exactly what it is. Like I'm not going to stop you and go, hey, no, you're being crazy. Why would you go? You can go see her next year when your debt's paid off. No, like there's no better time than now, right? Like
you know, if you said that, I would tell you to fuck off.
What's that?
You have to enjoy your money.
Right. and to an extent, right? Like, again, you said your husband wouldn't need it, but like, when I need to enjoy money, I literally, people don't get it. Like, I will eat, if my wife, if I drove home tonight and a banquet Salisbury steak with the shitty mac and cheese was there, I would have a smile on my face. I would be the happiest kid. Like,
Do I need to text Courtney that
that's
she needs
like
to get a
love.
banquet?
That's like love to
Salisbury
me,
steak.
right? Like, that's love. She knows I love biscuits and gravy, right? So she's like, "Do you want biscuits and gravy for Christmas? And are you going to do the diet? Are you going to do the diet?" I was like, "I haven't decided, but I have decided now that I'm going to wait to get back on my diet until after Christmas." Just like money. I mean, we all can see I'm horrible at dieting. Not good at it at all. I went on vacation. I dieted kind of for a day. Like, in the morning, I would eat a meat lover's omelet, right? That's keto. It's great. I'm enjoying myself. And then I got a couple different things. I still haven't drank sugary stuff except for my mixed drinks. But a lot of them.
Sometimes you can't skip out on those mixed drinks.
That's a fact. So,
I will tell you right now, when we go on the cruise, we will drink plenty of fruity shit.
See, I'm down for fruity shit. I can handle that. Beer,
well,
no.
Tell you what, if you can get debt free by July, we'll get you onto a cruise for inexpensive.
Well, when you say debt free, does that include student loans? Because if not,
no. So we need the credit card. I need the car, the credit card.
well, the car's paid off technically because my name is not on the refinance.
Well, I need you to pay his refinance off then.
There's no way I can pay off $26,000 in debt for the car.
You did $20K this year.
I know, but I still have other debt, and there's no way I can pay 26 off on top of everything else.
You're making.
I only made 35,000 this year.
You're making you're making $1 more now. You paid 20,000 in debt off. You're gonna have that credit card gone. I mean, you're gonna be real close. We're leaving in October. All I'm saying is it's a challenge, right? Take the challenge or not, but I'm just saying.
I'll get out of cruise before Mikey will.
Have you heard from
My
him, by the
husband
way?
will never, ever, 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 ever go on a cruise, ever.
He has not texted me in like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm not reaching out because I'm sick of reaching out.
So
I would do the same thing. I would be like, okay, you wait till.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him.
Yep.
So I got a couple things to hit here before we leave. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I want to again give a great shout out to MLVC with Slide Base Bobby and MC Guide.
I want to give a big shout out to MLVC, Slide Base Bobby, and MC Guide. I want to know how they say it now.
I would say we'd have him on, but that will never happen because of his fucking anxiety.
That's okay.
So I want to give a huge shout out right now to Grand Armory Brewing with the Fluffer Nutter Peanut Butter Marshmallow Stout. Very delicious.
Fantastic beer.
Very delicious.
That's
Oh, you
good
might
stuff.
actually try that one. You
It
might
is-
like that.
It is delicious. And then we have
Rogue.
Rogue Chocolate Stout Nitro.
Yep.
Delicious. And then Arbor Brewing's Holiday Bake Sale Double Milk Stout.
And I've given you a full year to sponsor me, even though Coors has already sponsored me. Michelob Ultra with Anheuser-Busch. I appreciate the beer. If you want to show me some love, I would definitely say you're better than, the Miller product and stuff. Just saying. Coors, but, we just got to get the sponsor. Soon it could be.
Still think, Dave, when I come up there next Friday, I got to get up there early enough to make the trip to
Hey,
To
are you
hit
guys-
breweries?
Are you guys doing
What?
the?
Yes.
Are you guys doing a New Year's party?
We are doing a New Year's party here.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
I figured you were with like 800 people.
I'm always with 800 people, but doesn't mean I can't change my who I'm
Uh,
with.
I would love to have you and Courtney.
We'll talk about it.
All
I'll be
right.
gone.
I like that idea. You have a safe trip, Vanessa. Nick has already left us, so I will hit with the hey, please like, subscribe, share. Tell your mom, tell your sister. Vanessa's gonna go make her daughter listen to our episodes because we are so fun to listen to.
After I get there, so she doesn't hear this one to know we're going.
Correct. I will probably upload this sometime tomorrow, so I'm sure she won't listen to it before then. I'm sure she won't listen to it at all. honestly.
do a live from the country club she works at.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us again. For those of you that celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. For those of you who celebrate Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa. For everybody else, Happy Holidays. And we will talk to you guys soon.
You've dialed in.
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Cause
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
brews.
Bucks and brews.